Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Watching the Cup Series race in Mexico City, the Inaugural Cup race. Just took 3 laps to go in the race. Got Shane Van Gisbergen leading, with Christopher Bell second, Chase Elliott third, Alex Bowman fourth, and Jahan Nemechek running out the top 5. This is a battle for outside the top 10, I believe, between Bubba Wallace and Wallace Chastain. Yep, this is for 14th. Ooh, boss. Chastain's been falling here lately. I think he just used up all of his tires, and I saw a piece of it come off right there, I think. Or debris. Using all the racetrack. But, yeah, I think some of these guys have fallen off. Ryan Blaney's falling off. Chastain's falling off. I think Ty Gibbs is also falling off, too. Who was one of the best cars all day. Got a battle here for 17th between Austin Cindric and Ryan Preece. Heading off into turn 1. Ooh, Preece. Oh, Cindric gave him a little shot. Now Logano's going to get to his outside for 18th. There's Suarez, the hometown hero, back in 20th. That's right on board with him. Got Team Penske teammates in front of him side by side. Surprisingly, on the road course, Blaney, as Cindric falls in line in front of Logano. Ooh, got a shot from Suarez to Logano. But funny, on the road course out of the Penske cars, that Ryan Blaney is the best out of all of them. And Cindric's supposed to be the road course racer out of the team. Okay. Just took 2 laps to go now. SVG's lead is a 15.6 second lead. That's insane. Even on a road course, that's ridiculous. Michael McDowell's in 6th. Cole Cust having a great run in 7th. Chase Briscoe was a lap down earlier in the race. Got caught up on a nasty wreck on lap 7 when it was raining, and they were on the wet weather tires. And Kyle Busch careened and Justin Haley, AJ Allmendinger, who's 13th right now somehow. And Zane Smith got a piece of it as well. Kyle Larson as well. As Michael McDowell gets on the inside and past Jahan Nemechek for 5th. Great one for John Hunter in that 42 bunch. And Spy on that 71 of McDowell. Because if this could be McDowell's first top 5 of the year. Only have one top 10 on the year, which was a 7th at the Coke 600. So, and he almost won Texas. So, Spire is really putting it together for both Carson Hocevar and the 77. Not for this weekend, but just overall in the season for the 77, and Michael McDowell, the new driver to the team in the 71. As SVG makes his way into the stadium section for this penultimate time, got a 16.5 second lead over second place, Christopher Bell. That's wild. SVG's like, just get to the white flag. Just get to the white flag. White flag is in the final lap for Mexico City in the Cup Series for Shane Van Gisbergen. He is 2.5 miles away from picking up his second career win of the season and spoiling the playoffs. Spoiling the playoff picture as William Bond gets by Chris Buescher for 9th. He made a splash in his Cup Series debut at the streets of Chicago, which was the first time they went to Chicago on a street course. Many called an upset. For SVG, it was just a normal Sunday afternoon. As he heads on to turn 4, made the jump to the National Series full-time last year, got 3 wins, all on road courses, made the playoffs, got eliminated very early in the round of 12. Could have made the round of 8 if he would have won the Oval, but it didn't happen. Ultimately got eliminated because of his lack of experience on the ovals. Made the jump to the Cup Series this year, which was a huge risk from Justin Marks and Trackhouse. The only way SVG was going to get into the playoffs was a win on a road course. But he's been getting better on the ovals, but he's still under a very, very impressive race on the road course. As he heads to the stadium section for the final time, with a lap car of Cody Ware in front of him. There's 12 that the fans cheer on from the stadium section. And turn 13 comes to 14, and then 15 up to the start-finish line. How about a New Zealander winning the inaugural Cup Series race in Mexico City? Kiwi himself, SVG, wins in Mexico. There's Justin Marks on top of the pit box. He had a 17-second lead over Christopher Bell in second. That's insane. There we go. Pell finally crossed the line in second. Chase Elliott finally gets to the line in third. His best finish of the year. Alex Bowman, after a rough hit he had last week at Michigan, comes home fourth. And Michael McDowell wins out the top 5. Great one from that Spire 71 team. Jahan Imchek gets his second best career finish in 6th. Chase Briscoe finished 7th. Cole Custer, his first top 10 of the year, coming home 8th. Great one for Cole. William Bowen 9th. And then Chris Buescher running out of the top 10. As SVG is drifting around turn 4. Now we drift around the S's. Into the marbles. Don't matter. This is by far the biggest margin of victory I think I've seen on the road course. SVG only has 2 finishes outside the top 10 in his road course starts, which was the Chicago Street Race last year, where he DNF'd next to Chase Briscoe, and the Chicago and Coda Circuit Americas last year, where he was just off pace all day, which was very surprising. Ended up 20th. But SVG just spoiled the playoff picture. Many believed that he was going to make the playoffs only with a win, but nobody actually thought he was actually going to possibly do it, as he burns it down in the stadium section, where his trackhouse teammate Daniel Suarez celebrated yesterday. Very deserving. He dominated the race. Arguably one of the best cars up there with Ty Gibbs. There's Christopher Bell in second. He had such a huge lead. Christopher Bell to finish second just got to the stadium section. That's wild. Can't probably see him. There he is. Ooh, nice overhead shot. There's Custer, Briscoe, Bowman, Byron, the Bees, Buescher, the Bees. Kiwi, SVG, career win number 2. Spoiled the playoff picture. Unfortunately, as much as I like SVG, he is not. Daniel Suarez, his amigo, back hometown hero. Give him congratulations. But his amigo, that's his amigo. But unfortunately for SVG, he's not gonna make it out of the first round of the playoffs. I'm sorry. Got Gateway in there, which he's never been to before. Darlington, the Southern 500, that's a whole different ball game, whole different race. He did finish 20th there in the spring, but it was a different race. And then you got Bristol, where he was just awful in the spring. So, unfortunately, he's going to be a first-round exit, but that doesn't matter. It's like Harrisonburg last summer. Doesn't matter. As long this is just the moment. Forget about the playoffs. This is just for the moment. This is just a moment for the victory. Who cares? Who cares about the playoffs? Camel's bugging now. He led race high 60 of 100 laps. That's wild. I'm talking about his crew chief Stephen Duran coming on the radio. Well, that's what he was like a second faster than everybody on every single lap. His crew chief Stephen Duran came on the radio telling him to slow down, and then SVG was like, "Just trust me, I know what I'm doing. Just shut up and let me drive." And just like Daniel Suarez yesterday with the Taka Pinata, SVG signs the rugby football and kicks it to the stands. Here we go. Better punt it. Here we go. Blink. And it's good. I made it over the fence. Up, and somebody got it. Yep, somebody got it. There we go. Good job. That's a souvenir for life. Got a rugby football signed by the Kiwi himself, SVG. How about that? Here we go again. Part 2. Carson knows about Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse not happy. Yeah, he's not. Not happy at all with SVG. Carson Hocevar. Apparently, Hocevar tried to avoid him going into the stadium section and just completely dumped him. Of course, out of all the people that Hocevar was going to hit, it had to been Stenhouse. The guy that he had just had a one-in with a couple weeks ago in Nashville. Lovely. That's just fantastic. Get the rest of the running. Get the rest of the results here. Already got the top 10. Which great, very underrated top 10 here. Like a lot of drivers that no one on up there. Ty Gibbs 11th, Bubba Wallace 12th, A.J. Allmendinger 13th, Ryan Blaney 14th, Ryan Priest 15th, Wash Chastain 16th, Eric Jones 17th, Austin Cindric 18th, Daniel Suarez 19th, Tyler Reddick 20th, Joe Logano 21st, Todd Gillen 22nd, Ryan Truex 23rd, Justin Haley 24th, Brad Keselowski 25th, Josh Berry 26th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 27th, Austin Dillon 28th, Riley Hobbs 29th, Noah Gragson 30th, Cody Ware 31st, Catherine Lake 32nd, Ty Dillon 33rd, Carson Hocevar 34th, Zane Smith 35th, Kyle Larson 36th, and Kyle Busch runs out the field. Yeah, Kyle Busch essentially DNF'd after his wreck. Going into the stadium, going into turn 1 in the wet. Clobbered into Justin Haley, A.J. Allmendinger, Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe, and Zane Smith got a piece of it too. But luckily for Briscoe and Allmendinger, they rebounded to get great finishes. 13th for Allmendinger, 7th for Briscoe. And Kyle Busch unfortunately DNF'd. But there's your podium. SVG in first in the middle, Christopher second on the right, and then Chase Elliott third on the left. The tradition in Mexico City, they take the top 3 finishers, kind of like F1, and take them to the stage, present them with their little trophies, and get to celebrate. So yesterday's top 3 was Daniel Suarez, Taylor Gray, and Austin Hill. Today was Shane Van Gisbergen, Christopher Bell, and Chase Elliott. See Bell get an interview with Marty Snyder, who came home second. Very underrated. But next week we had the Pocono. There's a final race for Prime, which sucks because Prime has had such great coverage. Prime's had such great coverage on this year. They made a splash in their debut for NASCAR. It sucks that they only get 5 races, man. Apparently, it was rumored that they were gonna get 10 with they were gonna get 10 with the next 5 races as well, with Atlanta, Sonoma, Dover. Hey, Chris Bogan congratulating SVG. But yeah, the next 5 races were gonna be Atlanta, Dover, Sonoma, Chicago, and the Brickyard 400. Not in that order, of course. But yeah, I think Prime wanted those 5 races too, which that would be awesome. But we'll see how TNT's coach does starting at Atlanta. Hopefully, it's just as good as Prime up to NBC. But yeah. Apparently, they didn't have they don't have a date confirmed for next year for Mexico. So this was a 1-year thing. I personally think they deserve a second date for next year, of course. I think they deserve another race here. The fan experience was amazing. Everyone came out. Everyone had a good old time. I mean, just from a fan experience itself, this weekend was a success. And hopefully, they can find a place on the schedule for Mexico next year, and hopefully they can come back next year. Which, I think everybody would love that. And that's gonna do it for me, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to the video, ring the bell so you can notify when I upload. Congrats to the Kiwi himself, SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen, picking up his 2nd career win, 1st of the season. got maybe like 4 more chances to win this year before he decides to either stay for another year or goes do whatever he wants. But hopefully he sticks around another year. I think he will. I think this win basically solidified that he'll be back with the team next year. Because there's been a question mark whether he would be the one leaving or Daniel Suarez would be the one leaving for Connor Zilic. But after today, I think Suarez is going to be the odd man out, unfortunately, if they don't decide to bring him back. But I think at this point, I think they should keep Suarez for another year, and then have Zilic stay another year in the Nationals before moving up to Cup. But that's just me. But hopefully that's the plan. But we'll just have to wait and see. While SVG gets a subway in Mexico, we head to the Poconos, the Tricky Triangle, and hopefully no controversy happens that race too, like the past couple years with Denny Hamlin. The last 3 years with Denny Hamlin, with Washington State in 2022 and Kyle Larson in 2023. But final race for Prime, on to the Tricky Triangle. I'll catch y'all on the next one. See ya.